speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Superboy Beyond. It's Chris and Tom here. We're going back to the 1950s. Although we really should have some pomade and our hair slicked back. And for George Reeves, this is the next episode. What number episode is this?
Episode 7.
Okay, so this is episode 7, The Birthday Letter. It has been a long time since I watched this, so I don't remember what this is about at all.
I don't remember anything about this episode at all. I mean, I'll be honest, as a title, The Birthday Letter doesn't really excite me particularly, but I also don't want to skip any episodes just in case it turns out it's a great one with a bad title.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea what this one's about. I have no memory of this whatsoever.
Yep. So let's get started. You guys know the drill. We're not going to have any clips in the episode, no audio. There's going to be a heavily filtered version right up there, so you can keep in track with us just in case you have to step away from the screen for a bit for whatever. So I'm going to count you in with a 3, 2, 1. Yay! So get yourselves ready, guys. This is disc 2 of the DVD set. So 3, 2, 1. Yay!
And here we go.
Good old George.
And I have sourced an American copy of the episode this time so that we're not wildly out of sync by the end. I already ranted to Chris before we started recording, but the fact that PAL and NTSC run at different speeds, so there's like a full minute of difference in the running time of each episode, is just stupid. I don't know why in the digital age that's even still a thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
But even the audio is more high-pitched on my UK DVD. At some point, I'll probably buy it again, but as an American copy.
Well, they did just release a full box set of the entire series. I don't know if it has all the special features that the individual seasons had.
Maybe I'll buy that then. Especially considering the last 2 seasons of George Reeves didn't even get an official DVD release over here for some reason. They released a box set of the first 4 seasons and just left out the last 2 for some reason. Dumbest shit ever. Like,
was those 2 seasons were the color seasons, right?
Yeah, I think I've got a color season, but I don't have all of them. Like, for some reason, just the last 2 seasons are just missing.
Yeah.
Maybe they planned to release the last 2 as another box set later and just didn't. Might be a similar situation to when Superboy was first released on DVD. Maybe it didn't sell well.
Okay, so this has a very, very touching, sad hook.
I missed the reason behind the letter. Is she dying or something?
She's crippled and she wants to go to the county fair, but she can't. She wants to go on the merry-go-round, but she can't.
That's an interesting idea for an episode. I wonder if this episode was part of the inspiration for that classic Spider-Man story with when he, reveals his identity at the end because the kid is terminal.
Remember, that story was originally in the actual Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
And then they adapted it.
And then I shamelessly stole it for our Christmas special of season 5. Although at least I did mention where I got the inspiration, I suppose. It's fan fiction. We can rip off whatever we like. We're never going to get jobs writing season 5 for real. Because there's no way in hell Warner Brothers would ever greenlight that. Unfortunately for us.
She's even got the leg brace on.
I was just thinking how strange it is, though, that back then it's almost like every child actor had the same acting teacher because they all give basically the exact same performance.
Yeah.
I recognize the guy sitting down, but I have no idea where from.
Mm.
Maybe another George Reeves episode. Probably not. Probably just one of those character actors that popped up in so many things that it's impossible to pinpoint.
Yeah. So now we have the real hook of the episode. The gangster who gets killed called the little girl by mistake instead of these three.
Mm.
And they have to find out what he told her.
I mean, pretty huge coincidence.
Mm.
But if she hadn't written into the Daily Planet, how would they even go about finding out who she is?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Another imposter storyline. What was it with mob, like, goons and stuff? Why were they always played like they were mentally,
Deficient.
disabled? Yeah.
It was the
But
50s.
surely somebody that almost just dumb in this, like, surely he wouldn't be the best guy to hire for your organization. I guess if he's just a thug, like an enforcer, you wouldn't need to think that much, but surely it would still be a plus if they're not a complete moron.
Yeah.
But then I suppose it's a trope that even survived even up to the modern day. I mean, I suppose even, Superman the movie had Otis.
Yeah, but Otis wasn't so much stupid as he was just kind of
He was
oblivious.
I don't know. I think he was kind of stupid.
But then again, you got to think about it. The more intelligent
I
criminals,
suppose with Luther, he basically wanted Otis just to sort of stroke his ego, you know.
yeah,
He looks like he's the greatest criminal mind of our time, but he looks even smarter when standing next to Otis.
and plus the fact that if he gets henchmen that are fairly intelligent, then they
They
might,
might double cross, yeah.
yeah.
If he had, why would he come back and act so?
Well, you know the old saying: the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
I guess, but yeah. Wait, that is the brilliant Superman costume that was supposed to fool everyone?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not like the episode "The Face and the Voice."
Is that the one where they literally had an imposter dressed in the exact costume and all of that?
And they had plastic surgery on the guy to make him look like Superman.
Oh, so it was literally George Reeves. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that episode, I'll be honest. When I think of imposter Superman stories, I always think of like the Beast and the Beauty, and
Hugo.
later on with Lois and Clark with their Bizarro, not Bizarro episode.
Yeah, the episode called That Man.
That was it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to play Bizarro like he's a 2-year-old.
Somebody who didn't look at Superboy and see how it was done right.
They didn't even put makeup on Dean Cain. I know he was supposed to be fooling everybody, but I would hope that by the end of the episode he would have deteriorated to the point where his face would at least turn white. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe his hair gets messed up and he can't fix it for some reason, you know. There were ways they could have fixed it.
There's a lot of things that they did wrong on Lois and Clark.
They did a lot of things right too, to be fair, but yeah.
I mean, at least with Superboy, when they used a flying shot, it was a new flying shot pretty much every single episode. Lois and Clark always had one flying shot where you could see the air tank on his belt.
Half the time you see flying shots, especially in season 1, and like the cape attachment you can see is the version they had for like one episode early on, and then they immediately got rid of it. Yeah. Chris is frozen again, by the way. I have no idea if you can hear me. Chris may have to disappear and come back again. You're completely frozen. I will say the henchman dressed as Superman, I think he's overplaying the comedy. I don't think it works. And now there's two of you. There's a frozen you and another you.
Is there a way to kick the frozen me out?
Yeah, there we are.
Okay.
How strange is that? The frozen you is still there, by the way. Like, he's just chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah. Your face all pixelated makes you look like Bizarro. I thought you'd frozen again, but I think you're just enjoying the episode.
Sorry.
But yeah, the henchman, I don't think his performance is working for me in this episode. He's kind of ruining it. He's playing it too stupid.
You know, there's stupid, and then there's playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. He's definitely gone into simple Jack territory, you know. We all remember what Robert Downey Jr. said. I don't have to repeat it.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. saying that when he's gone full black.
Yeah, which was, yeah. I love that movie. Brilliant satire. But yeah, with this episode, I don't know if comedy is the direction to take it. It's a story about child abduction. Like, why are you playing it for comedy? Like, this should be quite a serious episode. Like, yeah.
Oh, great! That's a way to describe a woman. She was kind of plain.
Yeah, but also the description, he was ordinary looking with a little mustache, could even just describe the guy that said it. You know,
yeah,
this guy in the office fits the exact description. You need to be a bit more specific. Reminds me of that old meme, you know, when they had the police sketch of the suspect for some robbery, and the news anchor telling the story looked exactly like the sketch.
Yeah.
Someone grabbed the screenshot. I mean, I would just describe her as, you know, short, dark hair, like very short, dark hair, wearing pearls. You know, I doubt she's going to remove those pearls before the next scene, so it probably still would have worked.
Yeah. would you get a little girl a football and boxing gloves and a baseball bat?
Because he's an idiot. Or at least that one's. Well. Yeah. See, this is why the comedy shouldn't have been played up. Like this scene's dramatic weight is just completely gone for me. I'll be honest, I think this is the first episode so far on this show that I just haven't enjoyed. I'm going to have to jump on IMDb after this and see what the audience score is, just to see if people agree that this is a bad episode.
And the thing that I'm having a problem with is, why did the mother automatically assume that when the child wrote down that Superman took her,
that Superman made her write it?
Yeah.
Like, why would he do that? Yeah, it's just. I'll be honest, like, there's almost nothing in this episode that I've actually enjoyed.
Can you guys look any less fearful right now?
Yeah, they are just looking so suspicious. Like, if they didn't already match the description that Lois had been given, like she would still be suspicious after that. Quick little look around, but you don't look around that corner that someone could very clearly be hiding behind.
Yeah.
Where did they get those photos from?
Looks like mug shots.
I guess back then they didn't have the thing behind them, so you can see where their heights are.
Yeah,
Just has prisoner number above their heads. Like, she was smiling in the photo. Like, that's just weird. Like, every now and then you do see a real mugshot where somebody's smiling for the picture, but just seems a weird choice for a TV show.
Yeah, and of course the pictures they have, they're just in the same outfits that they're wearing throughout the episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. This is a bad episode. Like, this might be the first episode of this show that I would actually legitimately call bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good things to it. I mean, like, the counterfeiters plot. But
I don't know, part of me thinks this episode would have been better if Superman just took the girl to the fair. And we just followed them around the fair for an episode. Like, that would almost be more entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Because all the dramatic weight is just gone because the comedy was just too much.
Yeah.
The acting's not been particularly good. I don't think the little girl's performance is particularly good, but like I say, she just gives the same performance every child actor from this era does. So that's not really her fault. It's just the style of the time.
Well, not for nothing. Beaver Cleaver was a pretty good actor.
I haven't seen anything they've done, to be honest. I don't know. She just reminds me, like, she could just be doing an impersonation of, like, I don't know, Shirley Temple or something, one of those other little girl actors from this era. Basically the exact same thing. Yeah, he's definitely playing this character as, like, mentally deficient or whatever the word is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically playing it like the Cowardly Lion in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Put him up. So now he's tied up as well. Oh, and he's not. They've not done it well. Like he could get out of that so easily. Surely. This episode, it's like they just didn't care. Okay, this is just fucking evil. I'll give the episode this. I'm really looking forward to seeing them go to prison.
Or be dropped off the side of a mountain.
Yeah, that too would have been good, you know. You steal the leg crutch from a disabled child
and put it up where she can't reach it.
Yeah. While she's crying and begging them not to. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck that guy. I know he's the bad guy anyway, so this is probably the one thing that this episode has in its favor, is that it's made me hate the villain. I suppose, and you know, I'm kind of glad that the henchman is probably not going to go to prison now because he's done the right thing in the end. But
good lawyer would say that he was coerced.
Yeah, but the cop there just said he's going to do everything he can to see that he gets off lightly. That's at least something, you know. It was an okay flying shot, but he sort of, as he was taking off, his feet sort of moved forward like that for a second, and it just,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm nitpicking now, but that shot has been used to death with the wind machine in his face. Like I swear they use that like every episode.
I will say this: whenever they had a new location to go to, even though it's probably the same set, they always came up with such good signs. It wasn't just like, you know, standard text.
You can tell with some of the sets that the room shape is basically the same as sets in previous episodes. So you can see where they've redressed it, but they always do a good job.
That's one thing that this show has in its favor.
Yeah, it's had good set design throughout. Sure, I mean, if they had a little bit more money, they could go a little bit further with some of these things, but yeah.
And that's one of my biggest problems with Lois and Clark. They had so much money, and yet a lot of the stuff looked like crap, especially the flying shots.
That's what I think that's what we said when Stan Berkowitz was on the show. You know, Lois and Clark had all the money to do these outlandish things, and they just didn't. But Superboy had half the budget basically, and yet was so much more, ambitious with the stories that it would try to tell. It's why I'll always respect that show more than Lois and Clark. I just think they had every right to phone it in and just deliver things on budget, but they tried to do something better.
Yeah. My biggest problem with Lois and Clark is they had the perfect actor to play Superman in it, and they said no.
Yeah. It's a shame movie execs don't really know what the multiverse is, at least back then, because then you could explain, like, the road's not taken thing and all the different Earths that all look like the same actor. So they
She's
wouldn't even
actually
have
reading
to
a
stick.
Superman comic.
That's a fun little Easter egg. So I guess Superman comics publish in the DC universe.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that Lois and Clark did do. They did have that episode where, the guy was trying to get him to be his agent.
Yeah. I did like that episode. It was a fun one. I liked the episode, the Al Capone episode, when they go to the lookalikes office and another Superman walks in, played by Tim Kaine. The only difference between them is one of them's got a beeper on his belt.
Yeah.
Fun little moment. This is a good flying shot. That shot is from the intro sequence.
Yep.
Look up in the sky. Yeah, if the background was just a little bit, if the movement on like Superman and the little girl and the movement on the background was just a little bit more synced up, that would be just a perfect shot. It's just the fact that obviously I'm guessing one shot was done on a helicopter and the other one was just in a studio.
Yeah.
It's the same problem you see with a lot of old car chase sequences when they have the rear projection behind the vehicle. Like the background always moves at a different rate to the vehicle. It never lines up.
I always laugh at the one from Naked Gun 2.5.
Oh yeah, and suddenly there's like the Native Americans chasing them with firing arrows. Oh, brilliant! Oh, what was that in Airplane?
That was Airplane.
That was Airplane.
In Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, they go through the shopping mall or something, don't they? And like drive through like stores and stuff. Am I right in that, or is that the new Naked Gun? I don't know.
No,
I think I'm also combining it with Blues Brothers for some reason.
Yeah. And Dragnet.
Yeah. Well, this was not a fun episode particularly. It was.
Yeah. Some things were okay.
It was just kind of ruined. It was ruined by just tonally. It just didn't work for me.
Sorry, Tom. When you just said ruined, it just made me think of Stewie Griffin.
Ruined. Yeah. But it is ruined. It's the comedy was just too much. You have this what should be a story. Like, let's face it, if you do a story about a child being abducted by supposedly vicious criminals, it should be a pretty harrowing episode. Like, this should have been just a pure drama. There shouldn't have been any comedy in this episode. Like, maybe at the start, so there would be a big tonal change the moment the girl gets taken. Like, that could have played into the tone a little bit better.
And playing the henchman as dumb as he was,
it was too much. It was just too much.
Yeah.
It almost became unbelievable that this guy would have been employed by these guys.
Yeah. What I would have done with this guy is not have him stupid as he was. Just have him as simple.
Yeah.
And then he's just doing the job, and then over time, as he's working with the little girl, he realizes this is wrong. I got to get her out of here.
Yeah,
which he did. But
I don't know. He almost was playing it like he was one of the Three Stooges. Like, I kept expecting him to like get slapped or something and like bop people on the head and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It felt like he thought he was in a completely different show. And I know it's probably not the actor that just decided to play it that way, because if the director didn't want him to play it that way, he would have told him knock it off and play it more seriously.
Yeah.
It's literally the director's job basically to do that. But the fact that it's in the episode makes me think that the director wanted it that way, which is just strange. I don't think this episode worked at all. Like, this is a 3, maybe 3.5 at most for me. I don't know about you.
I wouldn't go much more than a 3.25.
I'm happy just keeping it at 3. This is the first episode of this show that I've just not enjoyed in the slightest, and it's not even bad enough that it's entertaining. It was just kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's not so bad it's good.
Yeah, it's no The Room or Samurai Cop. It's very much just a very boring episode, and I don't know, maybe the director thought it was going to be a boring episode, and that's why he got the actor to play up the comedy more. But it was the exact wrong direction for this episode, in my opinion. Like, they should have gone into tragedy territory, you know?
Yeah. But you got to remember, this is still season 1, so they're still trying to figure things out. So
yeah,
if
for
they
the most
have
part, I like season 1 the most. It's the most film noirish, which is, you know, if this episode was one of the color episodes, I could understand it a little bit more because they were trying to go a little bit more kid friendly by that point.
Yeah.
But this is still early enough that I don't know what excuse they could have. I just really didn't like this episode. I'm going to quickly jump on IMDb and actually see what the audience score is, because I'd be interested to know if we just didn't connect with it, but other people did. Last week, the last episode we watched was the Night of Terror episode, which I remember Lou saying is a lot of people's like top 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 7.5 on IMDb. This one's only a 7. This one's a 7.4. So according to IMDb, this is 0.1 of a point like worse, and I would say it's considerably worse than that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even interested. I'm going to scroll back up and see what scores other episodes we watched were. Like, the Monkey Mystery apparently is 4 points, 0.4 points worth less than this one. I thought the Monkey Mystery at least was entertaining.
Yeah.
Mystery of the Broken Statue has a lower score. Case of the Talkative Dummy has a lower score. Haunted Lighthouse does. Superman on Earth doesn't. That's the highest rated so far, but man, I don't understand IMDb's ranking system sometimes. Like, to me, this is by far the worst episode so far. What did Remy think?
He thinks I want to lick those feet.
Oh god. Yeah, my cat does that for some reason. Chases us into the toilet every morning and licks our feet and legs while you're trying to have a shit. And it's just like, fuck off, leave me alone, putting me off.
Remy
I
does
don't know
that
what
to
it
me
is.
too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with animals, you know, cats and dogs wanting to follow you into the toilet every time you go. It's like, you have sensitive. Yeah,
not every
I
dog
don't know,
does that.
but every cat I've ever had does it, and it's just like, cats are supposed to have really sensitive noses. Like, why would you even choose to enter that room? It's the smelliest room in the house. You'd think they'd give it a wide berth, but there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm only gonna, I think, keep this at a 3. I think IMDb is wildly wrong on their ranking of this one, but you know, if some of our audience think we've been a bit too harsh on this one, you know, feel free to let us know in the comments. You know, these disagreements with the comments is always interesting anyway, because, you know, maybe you will help us see it from another angle, but I don't know. I don't think this is a good episode.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to watch this one again. Like, there are episodes of George Reeves I will happily watch again. Like Night of Terror, I will happily watch many more
Well,
times.
I can think of one time that you'll watch it again, Tom.
When
you buy the box set of the whole series, you'll have to.
No, I'll just skip it. From now on, every time I watch this show, the birthday letter is just going to be added to my list of episodes I can just skip.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point I'll even like get my notebook out and actually start making a list of all the episodes of all the Superman shows that I never want to watch again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this one was crap, but there you go. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope it's not been too annoying to watch considering the episode, but I don't know, maybe you enjoyed the episode a lot and it was just Chris and myself making the episode intolerable. But there you go. We'll see you next week.
Superman,
Goodbye.
who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.